All right, everybody. Welcome to Hitting. I'm Coach Jason. Today we're going to be going over contact with the ball and how we get to contact with the ball and what types of contact there are with the ball. There are a few things. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. If you do have a ball, great. If you don't have a ball, you can get yourself a normal towel. Okay. Grab two opposite ends, tie them together, pull through, pull those ends and tie them together again, and then kind of just wrap it up a little bit. And now you have a volleyball. Okay. So it's another way to practice without an actual ball. See, it's kind of in a circle. So we got kind of a makeshift volleyball here. So I'll use my volleyball and my makeshift volleyball here for this. Okay. So a few things that, again, we're going to talk about today is how our hand gets to the ball and how my hand contacts the ball. Right. And if at any moment you guys can't really see all that well, just pipe in real fast, say, hey, can you move a little bit closer? Okay. All right. So to get started with.
Jason, your sound and your distance is great. You can be anywhere and we can hear you really good.
Yeah, it's these nice headphones.
Yeah, so you're good anywhere.
Okay. All right. So again, so we're going to work on contact with the ball. Now, in order to get good contact with the ball, of course, we want to get good hand to ball surface coverage. So I'm going to move in close for this. We want our hand nice and big. And we want our hand about the size and shape of the ball already. So the ball would just fit right into my hand perfectly already. Okay. So you can see I got nice big fingers. My hand would come right into the ball. And then I would be able to turn the ball whatever way I want when I contact the ball. All right. So that's going to be one of our goals. Primary is when we are doing our arm swing, our hand is already set up in the shape of the ball. So when we do come in contact with the ball, we get a nice loud slap. Right. And then we can maneuver the ball with our wrist and our shoulder in the direction we want it to go. Okay. So we're just going to do a couple of these practices. So want a nice big hand shape of the ball. And we're just going to have our elbow up and we're going to have the ball out in our left hand. If we're right-handed, if not, it's the opposite. We're going to contact with the ball and then we're going to roll over the ball. All right. So we're going to do 10 of these together, everybody. So if you have a ball, great. If you don't, grab your makeshift volleyball out of your towel and we'll do 10 together. Okay. I might stop because it might be a little too loud on your end. All right. So again, elbow, my hand is shaped, slap, over and hold. And again, elbow, over and hold. Okay. So that should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay. Now, when we do come in contact with the ball, right? Obviously, we don't swing like this, right? This is just to initiate to get this right contact with the ball, right? So when we do, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hold the ball up nice and high. Okay. And to get in contact with the ball, we're going to have our hand down by our ear and are going to be facing away from the ball, not towards the ball, right? To make sure we get good contact. So we're going to get our elbow to come forward and our hand is going to stay while I hold the ball up nice and high. And then my elbow is going to be forward. And just like the slap we just did, we're now going to do up high. So we're going to slap and over. We're still going to roll over the ball. And then we're going to reset. So elbow back, elbow forward, contact, over the ball. Let's do 10. That's 2, right? So elbow back, hand by ear, facing down, ball up nice and high, elbow goes forward, slap, over the ball. That's 3. Try not to hit it. Don't want to fly across the house, you guys. Okay. So 3, 4. It's not a race. Okay. Slow down. Elbow, hand. 6. Elbow, and 7 and 8. I'm not going to do the last 3 with you. 9 and 10. Okay. So hopefully you guys have gotten good contact there and with the good slapping sound, right? If you get a good slap sound, that means your hand's contacting the ball really well. If you get a dud, that's like a serve, right? If you notice my fingers aren't touching the ball, right? You hear the dud. But if my hand is the shape of the ball when it comes in contact, I get a nice slap. That means I have good hand to volleyball coverage, and that means I have good control over where I'm contacting this ball in order to move this ball where I want it to go, okay? So that was 2 drills you can do to work on your ball contact and how to get your hand to the ball, okay? So that's for hitting power, hitting straight, hitting a down ball, right? Coach is always tossing the ball up there and, you know, ripping a down ball at you guys, right? That's what he's doing or she's doing. And that's how we're trying to get as much spin on the ball as possible because I'm hitting the ball and my wrist is going over the ball when I'm nice and high, okay? All right. Next, talking about contact, there are other ways to vary your contact, and that is to where you hit the ball. You don't have to hit the ball straight on, all right? So I'm going to come in close for this one, and this might be weird, but I'm going to face away from you guys, okay? So hopefully you guys can see this, right? So I have my elbow back, the ball's up here. Hopefully it's not too dark. You guys can see that. And when I go, I can hit the ball either straight on, right? You guys see that? So that means I'm hitting the ball straight, right? So that's one contact with solid. If I want to hit the ball to my right, okay, I don't hit the ball here and then I try and turn the ball. I have to hit this left-hand side of the ball while still maintaining that solid contact. So it's the same concept as earlier, but now when my elbow comes forward, my hand comes over the top of my head. You guys see that kind of? It goes in front of me and then over the top of my head. Let's go from this angle so you guys can see. So my elbow goes forward. This is normal, right? See how my hand kind of goes straight? Now here, this is going forward and then my hand comes around. You guys see that? See the difference? This is to the left side of the ball. And this is straight, left. Okay, and then I can still get solid contact to hit the ball to the right by turning and then bringing my hand around a different way. And that ball is going to go down and to the left. That's how we hit more cross court or sharp angle from the outside, from the middle. We can hit to zone 5. And then from the right side, we can hit line while facing cross court, right? I'm hitting to zone 1 or cross court. I come around my hand, good practice, boom, right? And I can hit the ball down the line at the libero or the middle that is now playing out of that position. Okay, so let's do 10 together on that one. All right, so we're hitting the cross court ball. So I'm open, my elbow goes forward. You can do the standing up. I'm just doing it so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, elbow comes forward and then my hand comes around to the left side of the ball. My thumb should be the lowest finger on the ball. And then I can hit and roll. Elbow hit, roll. Elbow hit, roll. Okay, so do 10 of those. That should be about 4 or 5 right now. And again, it's not a race. Make sure you're doing it right. I'll do it coming at you now so you guys can see. So elbow, hand around, contacts, and across, right? And it's not the side. It's still up towards the top, but top to line like 11 o'clock as you're looking at the ball. 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Boom. Okay, it should be around 8 or 9 right now. And 10. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do, if you brought paper with you, is get 2 or 3 pieces of paper, okay? Crumple them all together, make yourself a ball. So you can work on now actually hitting the ball. If you don't have paper or anything right now, you can do this later. But if I want to hit the ball to my right or straight, I can work on my hand contact with this piece of paper to make it go where I want it to go while hitting it. So I'm going to lift the ball just like a serve with my offhand. I'm going to lift, step, swing, and on contact, I'm going to have my thumb down so the ball goes to my right. So lift, swing, and the ball should go to your right. Okay, everyone can give that a shot. Make 2 or 3 volleyballs. I got a couple volleyballs here, you know, a couple pieces of paper or paper towels, whatever you want to use. You could maybe get a couple of cleaning rags and tie them up like I did earlier. All right, so again, I'm ready to go. This one I'm going to hit straight. So I'm going to lift, step my elbow and big hand, just like I would hit a ball. And I'm going to finish out in front of me with good contact. And the ball should go down. My fingers should finish down. Okay, right? The ball, you should not finish like this because it's not a serve, right? So if I want it to go to my right, lift, step, right before I contact, my hand goes over the ball, my thumb goes down before I contact the ball. So lift, contact. The ball should go down and to the right. Okay, it's great to do it so you can see where they're ending up. Right, so again, face straight on and turn it down. So my thumb is down. Okay, do a couple of those to get my volleyballs back. So it's good to have yourself a little bit of space to do this. You can make yourself a bunch of volleyballs, 10 at a time or so. Work on your different reps and see where they're going and how and what's making them go there. Maybe sometimes it goes straight. Maybe sometimes it goes right or left, right? So you just want to make sure you're doing that. So we're talking about that contact there, okay? Now, if we want the ball to go the other way, of course, which is to our left, okay? We also call it wrapping around the ball. So if we're hitting a normal ball straight, right? We're hitting normal with good contact. This is a cut shot because we're cutting it, okay? All right, and wrapping, we're wrapping our hand around the ball and wrapping it to go the opposite direction, right? So normal, diagonal or angle or hard cross court. Now we're going to work on wrapping the ball. So this would be if I'm facing straight at you and I'm hitting the ball to my left. Okay, so now it's the same thing as earlier, but just opposite. Whereas we were hitting thumb down, now we're going to hit thumb up. All right, so now we're going to go on the other side of the ball. So the ball's still out in front. We're going to go elbow, and then we're going to contact the ball. See how my thumb is the highest point on the ball. So elbow, weight, thumb, and then wrap. Okay. And you want to make sure it's not out here, kind of up a bit, like where you'd reach for the ball and get full extension. All right. So full extension and wrap. And then the ball should be on the left-hand side and your hand should be able to go over. So elbow, contact, wrap. Elbow, contact. My thumb is the highest point. Wrap. Let's do 10 of those. That's 3 or 4. Elbow, hit. 5. Elbow hit. 6. You guys do the last 4 on your own. 7, slow. Don't go super fast. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. Very good. Okay, so the next one is we're going to work on just contact is with our touch, right? There are 3 different touches. Well, 4. right? There's hitting hard. There's a nice roll shot. And then there's tip. And then there's deep tip, right? Right now, we're just focused on our contact and our touch. Now we're going to focus on our roll shot soft touch. Okay. Now this one is a lot like before, except the only difference is we want to get our elbow under the ball, right? So if I have my ball, I hold it up high with my left hand. Earlier, how we were getting the ball in front and our elbow, and then we were extending to the ball. Now we want to get the ball a little bit closer to us. So it's now more right on top of my head. And I want my elbow to go all the way up under the ball. And then I extend my hand, and my hand is towards the bottom to middle of the ball. And then I roll over the ball. Okay, I'm going to come in close again so you guys can see that. Right, so I have the ball nice and high. I have my elbow is under the ball. See how it's under the ball? The ball's not out in front. So this ball, I do not want to hit hard. This ball, I want to hit in a nice roll shot. So it's hard, diagonal, cross court, roll shot. All right, so here I contact the bottom of the ball and then I go over, right? So again, hold it up nice and high, elbow, ball, over. And then you can finish all the way over the ball. All right, let's do that together. So again, ball nice and high, elbow, it's under the ball, hand goes to ball, over. The ball should just fall out of your hand. So we're generating more touch on the ball, right? So again, elbow, okay, ball's above elbow, hand to ball, keyword hand to ball, over. Yeah, okay, all right. And again, nice and high, elbow under the ball, hand to ball, fingers over ball, right? And if you can do this, and you have good touch, remember we're doing 10 of those, so that's probably 5 or 6. Do a few more. Now the standing up, nice and high, elbow under the ball, hand to ball, fingers over ball, right? So it should be about 10 now. Now what we're gonna do is if you have enough space, you can do this. If you don't do this. And if you're afraid to break something, don't do this, okay? All right, so I have the ball in one hand, just like earlier. And now I'm going to hit a nice little roll shot to myself. Okay, so basically going to do the exact same thing we did, just now with a little bit more pace. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I got plenty of space. Okay, got the ball nice and high, elbows under the ball. And now I'm going to hit the ball out of my hand with a nice little roll shot. So my hand's going to go to the ball, roll, and the ball should go right to me. Right, see that again? Okay, so elbow under the ball, hand to ball, and fingers over. Okay, and the more and more you get the hand on the ball, the more spin you can get. Okay, so again, ball up, elbow under the ball, hand to ball, and finger over. I accidentally turned my headphones off. And roll shot. Okay, so again, here, elbow under, weight, hit ball out of hand with spin. Okay, good, round, hands, ball, do it a little bit closer, elbow, roll. Ball not behind, but out in front. Elbow, roll. Elbow, roll. Okay. Now, if let's say you have an area where you're allowed to hit a ball, or you have a brother and sister, or your parents can help you, you can do the same thing with power and diagonal without doing it super hard, right? So if I want to do power, I'd keep the ball out in front, elbow, and I would still focus on my technique. We want to hit this ball with power, but we're not doing that because we're in the house, right? So elbow and then hand over, and the ball should go nice and straight to my wall, right? So step, elbow, over. So again, I'm contacting and I'm going over. So contact, over. So I'm not tossing the ball. I'm just hitting it out of my hand. Okay. And then the same thing for our diagonal. I'm going to face here because this is my wall, but that would be my diagonal. Same thing, lift, over, right? Lift, over. So my thumb is going down. So I'm working on my diagonal. Elbow, over. Ball up, step, over. Okay, so those are 3 things that you can practice, right? Contact with ball, the shape of your hand, how it contacts the ball. Straight with power, diagonal, and then roll shot out of your hand to focus on your contact, all right? So thanks for joining me today, you guys. Hope to see you guys all tomorrow. And everyone have a great day, and don't forget to practice.